welcome to the IZC Sports Show. I'm your host, Imtiaz Kasim, and on today's show, we'll be discussing whether or not Carlos Ancelotti is going to finally get his friend back at Everton. Could Jose Mourinho get the special one? And more importantly, what's happening at United? Let's get straight into it. So reports this morning have broken that Carlos Ancelotti and Everton are trying to sign Ivanovic from Zenit. Now, look, the guy is 36 years old. I really don't see what value he brings to the team. Like, honestly, I feel like the signing is more bringing a winning mentality into the team, because I really don't think he has the legs to play a full 38 game season. And more importantly, like, I really don't see it working. Like, I don't see the point from an Everton fan point of view. Like, Everton fans, I could be wrong. You guys let me know down in comments what you guys think about this. But honestly speaking, I think it would be a waste of money. I get that it's a free transfer, but I think this only fully empowers Ivanovic on this move, because he's only bringing in one thing, and that's to install winning mentality into the team, which, don't get me wrong, I do think you guys desperately need, because honestly, finishing below mid-table for you guys is a really disappointing season. So I think you guys do need that, and you guys do need to get back into the top 10 and challenging for those Europa places. Like, honestly, and that's no disrespect to you guys, but that is the level that I would associate Everton with. And I would say this is a very bad decline. I mean, I never really watched that many Everton games this season, other than obviously the ones that you guys played against United. And I also watched the Merseyside derby straight on after Project Lockdown has begun. And I mean, in that game, okay, let's grant that Liverpool weren't at their best, but also you guys needed finishing in that game, and it just looked like you guys never had that winner's mentality in your game. But like, I could be wrong. You guys let me know. Definitely, for me, I would say this would be a bad signing, but according to reports, the signing is close. So I wish you guys all the best, and maybe I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong, because I really don't wish bad for any team except if you're Arsenal and Liverpool. But I really don't actually wish bad for any team. I want this next season to become a very competitive season. And yeah, so if this signing works for you guys, I do hope I chew my words, but I don't think I'll be doing that anytime soon. Jose Mourinho is going to get the signing that he's been after. Yes, Ivan Perisic. Now, Ivan Perisic has been on loan at Bayern Munich from Inter Milan. And it doesn't look like the 31-year-old is going to be staying at Munich, because I don't think they're willing to use the buy-on clause that Inter Milan has set for him. So, and I don't see how he's going to fit back into the Inter squad, because Antonio Conte has been signing so many players. And I think Antonio Conte wants to keep Alexis Sanchez there, so I really don't see how it's going to work. So I think that left side is going to be a really hard spot for the 31-year-old to get back into. But that opens the door for Jose Mourinho to finally get his signing that he's been after from United. And as a United fan, obviously when I first heard the news back when Mourinho was at United, I searched him up and I done my research on him, and I watched a couple of games that he was in. And obviously in the World Cup also, he never failed to impress. Like, he is a really good star, but 31 years old, I mean, Tottenham fans, do you guys really think that that also could be a signing that you guys want? I mean, look, don't get me wrong, he's still really good. Maybe he could be on the bench and come on to replace Son when Son gets tired and stuff. But I really don't see him getting into the team ahead of Son. And if he does, then obviously Son has to either be injured or like Son has to be really out of form. And I don't think I've ever seen Son that far off form that Ivan Perisic would come over him. Like, honestly speaking, he could play on the right, but I think Lucas Moura is also trying to make that his own at the moment. And also you got Steven Bergwijn. So, like, I think this would be a luxury signing for you guys, and especially that it's going to be a loan move. So I don't think there's any real risks in this. So, you know what? Actually, I take back my words. I think this actually would work. So I wish you guys all the best. But yeah, I wish you guys all the best. Now, also going on to some other news about transfers that are going to be possible. Reports say that Ben Chilwell is looking to force a move to Chelsea. This is obviously the Daily Mirror, but I would take it with a pinch of salt because it is the Daily Mirror, and Daily Mirror is almost like the Sun in that aspect. But look, at the end of the day, these reports have been speculating for a while, and I think he would be a good signing for Chelsea. I think it's time for him to take the next level, and that's no disrespect to Leicester, but I don't think Leicester is going to be in the same position that they were in this season or when they won the Champions League. I think they're going to have another drop off. Yes, okay, maybe they're keeping Maddison, they're going to have Vardy still, but I don't really see them challenging for top 4 again. They definitely a top 6 team, don't get me wrong, but I don't think they are a top 4 team. But you never know. Brendan Rodgers has that mentality that he can instill in them, and he would definitely do a great job. And I mean, he done a great job so far. So, and you know, as Leicester, they have really great owners. Like, they have really smart and financially willing. Brendan Rodgers, okay, what I'm basically trying to say is Brendan Rodgers has the financial backing, and I think he is one of the very few managers that actually have the financial backing at this moment, and he could sit in a very good position and say, as he did with Harry Maguire going to United, he could tell Chelsea, hey, we won about 80 million also for him. So let's see what happens on the story. But I do think it will be a good move for both parties, and let's see what happens. Now, moving on to Manchester United, the team that I grew up loving. Look, you guys know what I'm already about to talk about, Sancho or Grealish. And I really don't know at this moment. Like, reports are that United are going to cool down their Grealish interest because Sancho is their number 1 target. And look, don't get me wrong, 100%, I stand by that. Like, Sancho is a must for United this season. But also saying that we are United and teams have a thing about when we come to buy someone, they add another 10,000 or whatever pounds to the price. So, like, I really don't know what to make of the whole situation because it's a catch-22. Look, I definitely want Jadon Sancho at United, and I think he fits us like a glove, and I definitely think United would finish comfortably in the top 3 with Jadon Sancho in it. But look, apparently earlier this week, United had a bid rejected, which from all the other sources have been saying that early talks have been begun. It looks like Borussia Dortmund want about 110 mil for him. I think we can do it, and I think we also can get Grealish. Look, at the end of the day, Aston Villa are asking for 80 million, right? But I don't think they're going to get 80 mil for him. I think we can offer maybe about 50 million for Jack Grealish and a player. Maybe a Lingard or a Andres Pereira or Mata. Mata looks to be going to Fabianski. So I really don't know what I could say at this moment, but I do think we could manage to get both players, and I do think Grealish could be just as an important signing as Jadon Sancho, because Grealish, as you can see, our midfield is basically a two-man midfield, Pogba and Fernandes. Now, if you bring Grealish into that midfield, it just rounds everything out. I'm not saying you're going to play all three of them at once. No. Okay, if you're losing a game, yes, you play all three at once. But when you get tired, if you sign Grealish, right, you have the ability to rotate between Pogba and Fernandes, and that means you have fresher legs always, and you have a fresher mind. Now, at this moment, that would be a very good luxury for United to have, and I think Oli, as many people know, is a big admirer of him. So I really don't know what more to say. I would definitely recommend United to get both players. So yeah, definitely check that out. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. See you again soon.